Welcome to Learn Commerce PU online classes. Don't forget to like our video and subscribe our YouTube channel for all the updates.
Hello students, welcome to second PUC Business Studies online classes. Students, in the previous class we have discussed about the various sales promotion measures, isn't it? There are different methods. We have discussed about those things like contest, sampling, usable benefit, full finance at 0%, all these things. In today's class, let us know about what is publicity. Publicity. What is publicity? I think I told in my previous class regarding the meaning, just meaning of publicity. But let us make it very clear. Publicity is the free form of communication regarding the organization or about the product, mostly about the product. So there is no payment. It is totally at free of cost, no investment by the organization. Like in advertising, you have to pay for the celebrities and you have to spend a lot of money, isn't it? Or if you want to communicate with the help of newspapers, magazines and all these things, then you have to pay for that, right? You have to pay for that. But here, you need not have to pay for this. Then how it will happen then? It happens because of that is a publication, that is a publicity done by someone else. Maybe third person is not related to you at all, isn't it? Not related to your organization at all. They will do the publicity on your behalf. Like I will give you best example. Covaxin, isn't it? Covaxin. Someone is finding it out. Someone is doing research on that. Someone may do commercial production of that. The news channels, they will spread the news like anything. That is Covaxin. This is manufactured by this laboratory. First test is done. Second stage, third stage. Now it is at the third stage. About to get the approval from Prime Minister's office or something like that, isn't it? Whether they are paid for that? No. They are just giving this information as news to the public. But in the meantime, they are doing the advertisement for us, isn't it? We have invented Covaxin. Now, someone else, the news channels, they will do they will spread the information regarding Covaxin invented by us without paying anything to them. Am I correct? In the same way, someone achieves something in any field for that matter, that will be communicated to the public in the form of news, which is like advertisement. People will come to know regarding this, isn't it? Something is invented, it can be used for this purpose. All these things will be made known to the public through third persons who are not related to us at all. We are not paying anything to them, and the identity will be kept confidential. Like unidentified sponsor. We didn't tell them to sponsor, but they are giving publicity on their own, isn't it? Which means we are not paying anything to them, and it is done by an unidentified sponsor. We never know who will do this. Someone comes and they will give the news. We never know who are those people, isn't it? They are not related to us, to our business at all. So that is called publicity. Publicity is the free form of communication which is unpaid. This is very, very important. It is a free form of communication to the public regarding availability of product or otherwise. Regarding availability of product or any other information regarding the organization which is spread, which is communicated to the public at large by an unidentified sponsor, for which the company is not paying anything. This is called publicity. So there are no identified sponsors and it is totally at free of cost. What are the weaknesses of publicity then? The main weakness of publicity is that when the news channels they report, they communicate information, they will not tell everything about the company. They will tell only about the invention made by the company, that's all. They will not tell the efforts behind that medicine, isn't it? Who did it and who are the directors, who is the managing director. These things will not be revealed by them because they will communicate in such a way that they publicize their channel. They want to give information to the public, making their channel popular. That we gave the information to the public at the very beginning. When others were silent, we gave first-hand information to the public regarding the covaxin, isn't it? So they want to popularize their channel. People think that this channel is most reliable because they give the news in advance. Before all other people, they will give the news, isn't it? So that is increasing the reputation of the channel. So they will give news in such a way that it will popularize their channel rather than popularizing your organization. So that is one of the weakness of. So for that reason, they will not give the entire information. They will give information whatever is required for them to popularize their channel. So that is the weakness of publicity. That's all. They may ask you for 1 or 2 marks, what is publicity? That's all, isn't it? Simply, right? It is a non-paid form of communication or free form of communication by an unidentified sponsor, isn't it? Moving on to next one, public relation. Public relation. What is public relation? Public relation is nothing but it is maintaining relation with the public, because friends, we do business in the society, isn't it? We have to do the business in the society. We cannot isolate our business from the society. When we do the business in the society, we have to maintain relation with the society itself. We have to maintain a good relation with the public. So public relation is very, very important because after all, who are your customers? Who are your customers? They are general public, friends. So unless you maintain a good relation with the public, how can you expect a good number of customers? Not possible, right? So you have to maintain a cordial relation, good relation with the public. That is called public relation. How will you maintain it? By helping the public, by providing employment opportunities to the local people, isn't it? Providing best quality product at cheaper rate. So these are various, that is ways of winning public confidence. Like a salesman, he wins winning the buyer's confidence for the seller's house and goods, and thereby winning a regular and permanent customer. Am I correct? In the same way here, we have to win the confidence of the public, because we never know when the public will come for our help, when we need public for our help. And after all, public, they are the customers of the business. They will buy our products. Because of them, we are surviving in the market. Am I correct? So it is better to maintain good relation with the public. Sometimes what happens is that, take the case of any emergency, suppose fire caught, or someone is in danger, then we have to call the local public itself, isn't it? They will come for the help. When our house sets on fire, isn't it? Who will be the first rescuer? The neighbor, isn't it? Most of the times people, they will have bitter relation with the neighbors, but who has to come? Suppose A and B both are neighbors, isn't it? If there is any problem for A, B has to come first. Who will come? Someone from 300 kilometers away, whether they will be in a position to rescue the Mr. A? No, not possible. B has to come, and for B, A has to go, isn't it? So like that, there should be mutual one. So here, public relation is very, very important, because the business is done in the society, and we are in between the public itself, and public are our customers. So we have to maintain good relation with the public. Now, moving on to what are the roles of public relation? Role of public relation, or how to maintain public relation. What are the different modes of maintaining public relation? First one is press relations. Press relations. What do you mean by press relation? Very simple, friends. We will arrange for some lunch or dinner to the press people. We will call them to our organization, maybe once in a year. Or take the case of press day, isn't it? We will celebrate that in our organization, and we will call all the reporters or people who are involved in this press industry, isn't it? Journalists, many people will call, will give them a good banquet, isn't it? Then we will tell our problems to them, or we will give some information regarding the company, which will be publicized by them, by the press, that is press authorities, or the reporters, editors, journalists, isn't it? They will help us to spread the news. So this is one of the ways of maintaining public relation, that is press relation. When we are in good relation with the public, there is press, then whether it is genuine or not, that will be clarified first before giving any news about the organization, because they know the organization, they have good relation with the organization. So whenever any bad news comes about the organization, then they will think and then they will publish, or they will ask the person who has reported that's some bad news about the organization. They will speak to them and they will confirm whether it is genuine or not. Then only the news will be published in the newspaper or the magazine or whatever the name you call. So that is very important, which will help us to build a good reputation in the society, or to maintain good relation with the public. This is one of the rules of that is public relation. Second one is product publicity. Product publicity. How to popularize a product? There is new products, they need extra efforts. They need extra efforts to that is publicize them. Am I correct? So what we will do is that is public relation department manager, they will organize some events, and during that event that product will be given as that is a sample. They will use the product and they will come out with the opinion, isn't it, whether it's good or bad. So that is a product publicity, like arranging sports and cultural activities, and during that time giving seminars and doing the exhibitions, and these new products will be kept. All the public will observe, isn't it? All the people will come and they will see the product, they will ask about the product, they will collect information about the product, and this will be communicated further by these people who come to visit that fair or exhibition, whatever it is, and they will publish the information about the product so that your product gets publicized. So that is another role. Third one is corporate communications. Corporate communication. What do you mean by corporate communication? That is very simple, friends. That is employees within the organization or all the people in the organization, for them information will be given that you just publicize. Newsletters will be given, distributed among your friends, isn't it? Or some, that is a banner or poster electronically will be developed. That will be sent to all the employees, and we will inform them to put it in their status or communicate to as much groups as possible so that the message reaches the bottom of the ladder. To all the people it will reach, isn't it? This is another way of that is maintaining public relation, that is corporate communication. Visual materials or articles, brochures or reports, all these things will be publicized, maybe through WhatsApp, Facebook and all these things, so that your company's reputation will increase, or you will communicate about the product or the organization. It's a third one. Fourth one is lobbying. Lobbying. What do you mean by lobby? Actually, lobby means a group of people, like-minded people, or there will be good bondage among the members of the group, isn't it? When they join, become together, then it is called lobby. Like in some organizations there are like South Indians lobbying, isn't it? Many people are South Indians, then they will join together and they will corner the other state people, isn't it? North Indians, they may neglect, or the industry is somewhere in maybe Bengal. These Bengalis, they will join together, they will prepare their own lobby, like that. So it is common, friends. People who are like-minded, or people who are from same region, or people who are from same community, they will join together and they will prepare their lobby. In the same way here, what we have to do is the government officials who are in charge of that is making policies, preparing law, all these people, they will come to our organization now and then. So the public relations department has to maintain a good relation with them. Suppose the tax authorities, isn't it? They will visit now and then to the organization. When they give visits, we have to make them happy. We have to make them that is comfortable, and we have to provide all the information without any hesitation, isn't it? So that they will get clear information. They will come to know that this organization is very strong, this organization is very good, and there is no like cheating and all those things. They never hide the information. They will disclose everything so that there will not be any such a loopholes and all these things, isn't it? No chance for any doubt regarding any misappropriation, isn't it? So that is called lobbying. We have to maintain good relation with these government officials or those who enter the premises. Next one is counseling. Counseling. This is like the public relations departmental manager. He will guide to the company on some issues which affect the company adversely or favorably, isn't it? When such information is given to the manager gives the information to the management, then the management has to take certain steps to introduce those things in the business. That is called then cause related activities help in promoting public relations and building a reputation of the organization. So that any cause should be there, there should be some cause to, that is help the people when there is suppose now there is pandemic. What we can do at the best? We will distribute some that is rice, oil and all these things. You might have seen, isn't it? There was competition at the beginning. There was competition among the political parties to distribute these things. You might have seen in your area, isn't it? One party comes today, other party comes tomorrow, or on the same day. Someone distributed in the morning, someone distributes in the afternoon. Then later what happened? After once or twice distributed, then no one is there to ask whether you are hungry or not. No one has visited our place after that, isn't it? So that is what the situation is. Whatever it is here, counseling in the sense that is making the people to be aware of the things, information. So that is the main reason behind that is counseling. Or making the, opening schools in that area, isn't it? Or making the children aware of their rights, or environmental protection. All these are coming under this counseling. So that the people will get a lesson that, see, we can do like this. If we do like this, this will happen. Positive result. That will be taught to the people. That is nothing but counseling. What a counselor do? Will do the same thing, isn't it? We will try to find out the reasons, problems for the reasons for the problems, isn't it? And then he will come out with the solution. So the person comes out of that, that is a tension or something like that. So that is called counseling. Here we are doing the same thing. We will try to change the environment. We will try to make the people happy. That is setting the mind. That is called counseling here. So that is another way of maintaining public relation. Now, what are the marketing objectives behind this public relation? Marketing objectives. Marketing objectives. First one is building awareness. Building awareness. See that Ramraj, you might have seen in advertisement, isn't it? Ramraj cotton dhotis earlier. Now they are coming out with many products. Ramraj, this face mask, isn't it? Cover your mask, cover your face with mask of different colors. We are manufacturing Ramraj dhoti, whatever it is, isn't it? Then there are many products now. So that is building awareness among the people. Actually, they act in such a way that they are helping the people to create awareness among the people. Awareness among the people, isn't it? So building awareness is the major, that is idea, but in the meantime they will promote their product, isn't it? When you cover your face with mask, then no chance for getting affected with COVID, isn't it? And by creating awareness, they will try to promote their product. So that is called building awareness. Second one is building credibility. Building credibility. What do you mean by credibility? It is a reputation. That is building reputation, isn't it? So any product comes in the media, maybe print or electronic media, then what happens? Always lends credibility, and people believe in the product since it is in the news. As I already told you, Covaxin, isn't it? It is there in the news, so people believe it. If I tell someone we have invented this medicine for corona, then they may think is something wrong with him, isn't it? People will say in that way. If it is in the news, national channel, then everyone will take it in a positive way. Yes, wow, medicine is there. When it will come, no one knows, isn't it? But still, we will be mentally satisfied that yes, there is a medicine is coming for coronavirus, for killing the coronavirus, isn't it? That is another objective, to build a reputation for the organization. Like I think it is one laboratory, Dr. Reddy's lab, isn't it? I think they may get the license to manufacture it, Covaxin, all these things. This will increase the reputation of the organization. Third one is stimulates sales force. Stimulates sales force. The people who are working in the organization, they will feel happy to work because they are working in such an organization which has good reputation, isn't it? And their organization is in the news. Their organization is known to almost all the people. So what happens ultimately? The sales force who are working in that organization, they feel stimulated, motivated to work. Then last one is lowers promotion costs. Lowers promotion costs. Promotion cost, that is advertising of the product, is not required because it is already there in the news. People are aware of the product, isn't it? That will come. So the promotion cost gets reduced because when it is known to all the public, no need of publicizing your product again and again. You need not have to give more advertisement, all these things, no need of such things. So this is about the public relation, marketing objectives of public relation. Now, in brief, let us compare the advertising and personal selling, that is salesmanship. Because we have already studied both, we know the points. Let us analyze once. There are 10 points given in the NCERT textbook. Let us analyze one by one. I will take up advertising here. And here salesmanship or personal selling. Personal selling or salesmanship, both are one and the same, remember. First one is, this is impersonal, that is personal. Impersonal or indirect form of communication, right? There is no face-to-face contact between the advertisement message and the people. But here there is a personal communication between the salesman and the customer because they interact with each other physically, isn't it? They will speak, they will discuss, and they will come out with the conclusion. They will conclude a deal. That is first difference. Second one is standardized messages are required here. This is standardized one because same message is communicated every time. Only one message will be communicated every time. This is not standardized. This is flexible. This is flexible because salesman can change his sales talk at any time, depending upon the customer's background and all this other information. So depending upon whether he is rich or poor or whether he is price sensitive or not, all these points will be taken into consideration, and then the salesman will change his sales talk and he will conclude a deal. He will sell the product. Third one is inflexible. It is inflexible because you cannot change the advertisement message every time. But salesman, for each person, each customer, each prospect, he will change his sales talk according to the quality of the customer, whether it's poor, rich, or all these things. The salesman will come to know just by seeing the customer, just by speaking a few words with the customer. The salesman will conclude what type of customer he or she is, and according to that, he will change his sales talk and he will conclude a deal. So this is flexible. Salesmanship is flexible. Actually here this is not standardized, isn't it? Not standardized, here standardized, and here inflexible, here flexible. Fourth one is reaches masses, or mass reach. But here reaches a few people. Why it is? Because in case of advertisement, within a fraction of minute, you can communicate to all the people of the world. Just send a message through a channel enough. The whole world will recognize the message, will come to know about the product. Whether they will buy or not, that is different issue, but it will be communicated to all the people. How many customers a salesman can deal at a time? At a time he can deal maximum of 500 people or 1000 people. He can give a seminar, that's all. Or he has to deal the customers face to face. Each customer should be treated, isn't it? He has to speak to each and every customer. One at a time he can control one person or a few people. That is another difference. Next one is cost per person reached is very low. Cost is low because once you prepare the advertisement message, the message will be used for many years, maybe, isn't it? Like I told you in my previous classes, that is a washing powder Nirma lasted for a longer period of time, isn't it? Many years that advertisement was there. But here, no, cost per person will be high. Mostly, isn't it? While selecting the sarees and all those things, the ladies, they may take half a day together or the whole day together sometimes. The salesman, at last, he will conclude that whether you buy or not, I will close my shop. Such situation will be created. Then you just think the wages paid to that person, the salesman who dealt with that particular group, isn't it? Don't you think the salary paid to him is a waste on that day? Cost per person is very high. Yes, it is. It is very high. Then next one is advertising can cover the market in a short time. Time to communicate is very short. Here, very long time is required because he has to speak, he has to convert the mind of the prospect, then he has to conclude a deal. But here, it reaches within a short span of time, maybe within a fraction of minute, you can send the advertising message. Or sometimes, maybe in some seconds, isn't it? It will be purchased, that channel time will be purchased, and during that time, the advertisement will be telecasted. May take maximum 1 minute or half a minute, isn't it? A few seconds. But there, you need to spare a lot of time with the customer. Then mass media is required for this to communicate with the public. Mass media like radio, television, isn't it? All these are, or maybe nowadays WhatsApp, Facebook, all these are the mass media is used to send the advertising messages. But here, no, it is not mass media. There are no mass media. It is face-to-face contact, personal contact with the customer and the salesman. That is, he can reach to a limited area, isn't it? He cannot reach all the area at a time. Next one is lack of direct feedback. No direct feedback. You may see the sales increased maybe after 1 month, 2 months, after giving continuously this advertising message. But directly you cannot conclude that it is because of advertisement. Maybe the income of the people has increased, isn't it? Maybe at the time of advertising, there was COVID, isn't it? And slowly it has recovered and demand increased. It is not because of advertisement, because of the increase in the income of the people, isn't it? Don't you think so? Yes. So no direct communication here. Here this is there's a direct face-to-face contact between the prospect and the salesman. The next one is advertising is more useful in creating and building interest of the consumers in the firm's products. More useful, this is more useful to create interest in the public. By seeing the advertisement, you will feel like, yes, I should have it. I must have it. Once you get the product, you may feel bored, but it's not the good quality product, isn't it? In advertisement, it might have been shown in such a way that you will get attracted because the copy drafted or the advertisement message given is totally, that is properly edited and it attracts the prospects. But here in salesmanship, no, such things are not there. So chances of attracting is less in case of salesmanship. Then advertising is more useful in marketing to the ultimate consumers who are large in numbers. So when people are more, when more people are there, lakhs of crores of people are there, advertising is the suitable form of, that is, communication. But if the crowd is small, then we can use salesmanship as the weapon to boost our sales or increase our sales. So these are the basic distinctions between advertising and salesmanship. Can't say, maybe asked for 8 marks. This question may be asked for 8 marks. When they ask you a question on this for 8 marks, make sure you will write the meaning of advertisement first, 1 para. Then you will write 1 para salesmanship. If there are any definitions, just quote while just giving the meaning. But don't stretch it for 1 or 2 pages. Just within half a page, just give the meaning of these two, and then points or distinctions explain one by one. Isn't it? So that is what you have to do in and you have to give one sentence conclusion. Which one is better? Advertising is better for communicating to a large number of people, and salesmanship is better for communicating to a small group of people. So this is about the advertising and salesmanship, distinctions between advertising and salesmanship. With this, friends, your marketing chapter comes to an end. We will take up consumer protection in the next class, which is the last chapter of business studies. Now take down assignment. Mention the distinctions between advertising and salesmanship. Submit assignment on time. Thank you for watching this video. Thank you.
Don't forget to like our video and subscribe our YouTube channel for all the updates.